We are Black American members of the National Academy of Medicine,
the premier health science organization in our nation.
We are scientists,
physicians,
healthcare professionals,
and public health experts.
We are also sisters,
mothers, wives, and daughters.
We are brothers,
fathers, husbands, and sons.
We are your neighbor. The person in line at the grocery store checkout. The person sitting next to you in church. We are members of the Black community.
Many of us have fought our way into healthcare professions specifically to care for our community.
Many of us have devoted our careers to exposing racism in healthcare.
All of us have focused our careers on improving health for all.
That is why we support the COVID-19 vaccine, and we encourage you to get vaccinated.
Trust in government does not come easily for our community. Too often our health has been ignored and even abused.
It is not surprising that polls show that many Black Americans are hesitant to get vaccinated.
We understand why.
But COVID-19 is very serious.
And it has a devastating impact on our community.
We have come through so much over the years.
Now we are facing another life-threatening challenge.
We must do what we have always done.
We must choose to do what is necessary for our community's survival.
As health professionals, we understand the science.
As members of the Black community, we understand your distrust.
We have reviewed the research.
Some of us have participated in developing the vaccines, designing the studies, and monitoring the results.
And we are confident the research was done correctly.
Many of us have already received the vaccine.
The rest of us will get it when our turn comes.
We encourage you to claim your place in line to get vaccinated.
Do it for yourselves.
Do it for your loved ones.
Do it for our community.
Do it because we should not tolerate one more preventable death.
Coping with COVID with Tre Tailor. Updates on the pandemic and information to help you thrive and survive COVID-19. Brought to you by SCDHEC. Visit scdhec.gov for testing and vaccination sites. SCDHEC. Healthy people, healthy communities. In it together, SC and the South Carolina Diabetes Advisory Council presenting Wellness Wednesday every week on Coping with COVID. The City of Columbia Office of Business Opportunities, helping to meet the needs of small, minority, and women-owned businesses in the City of Columbia. Agape Counseling and Training Services. If you're having a challenge coping with COVID, visit Agape Counseling and Training Services at agapects.com. The Comet Bus System, offering free rides to get your COVID vaccine. Don't miss your shot. Visit catchthecomet.gov. Javis Financial Services, with over 20 years of experience. Computers Unique, Dutch Square Mall. Honest, professional, reliable computer sales and service. Palmetto Media Connections, connecting media and communities together. Coping with COVID from SCDHEC. In it together, SC, the South Carolina Diabetes Advisory Council, the City of Columbia Office of Business Opportunities, Agape Counseling and Training Services, the Comet Bus System, Javis Financial Services, Computers Unique, and Palmetto Media Connections.
Coping with COVID with Tre Tailor.
Good Monday afternoon and welcome to Coping with COVID. I'm Tre Tailor and it is Fun Day Monday and George Wallace is back with us. Hey there, George. Thank you for joining us again today.
Good morning, everybody. This is Dr. George Wallace. Fun Day Monday. What a wonderful day it is. I tell you what, we're going to have some laughs today. I know we're going to have some laughs today because that's what we do. Laughter is the most important thing that you could ever do.
It absolutely is. I love your glasses today.
I'm wearing glasses because I got a red eye. I don't know what's wrong. You know, one eye, when you get my age, every day something different happens. So you just wake up, today is my eye, okay? But I'm here with you. I'm here for you. And I
red
enjoy
eye and all.
That smile on your face does it for me. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much. And George, one of my favorite comedians other than you is joining us today. And I'm honored to call him my friend D.S. Sanders from Charlotte, North Carolina. D.S., thank you for joining us today.
Thank you for having me.
Charlotte, North Carolina. That's amazing. I didn't even know Deion Sanders had a kid, but there he is.
Man, you right. I wish he would pay child support.
Hell Well, I might be your daddy. You never know.
Lord.
George, you know, look, George, we got the pastor on, remember?
Right, that's right.
Well, we got a preacher on today. Help me out. In Jesus' name we pray.
In Jesus' name.
Amen.
Reverend Geneva Stafford is with us. So we're going to try to keep these two guys on the straight and narrow. She's with Francis Burns United Methodist Church, and she's going to talk to us about an upcoming vaccination clinic that her church is hosting. Reverend Stafford, thank you so much for joining us today. We appreciate it.
Thank you so much, Trey, and for everyone that is on. It is good to see all of you. It's good to be with you. On April 15th from 9 to 1, we will be
we're going to come right back. We're going to come right back.
Okay,
Reverend Stafford, yeah, that's okay. We're going to come right back and talk more about that coming up next, okay? That's next on Coping with COVID. But first, your COVID community updates. The White House has released a state-by-state infrastructure plan, which includes 12 initiatives for South Carolina, including roads, public transportation, drinking water, housing, childcare, broadband, veterans health, and caregiver. Now, President Biden meets with lawmakers today to discuss how to implement and carry out the plans for each state. Fort Jackson will return to in-person graduation April 22nd. Officials say they're starting small, allowing only 500 vaccinated family members at the event. Attendees must bring their vaccination card, temperature checks, and masks are required, and the ceremony will be streamed live. And it's time to audition to perform the national anthem at the Columbia Fireflies Games. Soloists and groups of all ages can submit auditions online at columbiafireflies.com by this Sunday, April 18th. You see the information on the screen. If chosen to perform, you'll get 4 free tickets to the games. And if you have questions, you can email hwest@columbiafireflighters.com. Again, you can see the information on the screen. SCDHEC has your most up-to-date list of times, dates, and locations for COVID testing, vaccinations, and flu testing and vaccinations in and around South Carolina. Visit scdhec.gov for more information. You can also visit maskupsc.com if you want more information about the COVID vaccine. You can find out all about it there and get all of the information that you need at gogettested.com. Now, also, if you need information about getting transportation to get your COVID test or to get the vaccination, and you live in Richland or Clarendon counties, paramedics in those cities are doing in-home COVID screenings. If you remember, we talked to Congressman Clyburn a couple of weeks ago, and they are actually working on doing the in-person COVID testing also. Don't forget about the DHEC Care Line is open and available if you want more information about DHEC Care Line, which is the COVID testing, the COVID information, and of course, vaccines. As I said, we're going to talk with Reverend Stafford in just a minute about more vaccination information. And I just want to tell my producer, Lauren, I do not have my outline, so I'm going to be skipping around a little bit. Also, vaccinations are happening at Lexington Medical Center. So if you want more information about scheduling your COVID vaccination, you can see that information on the screen. Not only that, many of the Lexington Medical Center locations are walk-ins. That includes the one at Brooklyn Baptist Church and the one at Lexington Medical Center. Now, if you are a veteran, the VA is handling all COVID vaccinations for veterans. Again, you can see that information on the screen. Also, if you're a veteran, don't forget to get your COVID vaccination. Several pharmacies are also doing COVID vaccinations. Kroger pharmacies have their vaccination locations set up, and also CVS pharmacies. The CVS pharmacies that are independent, and also the CVS pharmacies that are located in the Target stores, you can get your vaccinations there. The state is starting their very first vaccination clinic at Columbia Mall on Two Notch Road. That's going to open up later this week. They've not announced the times yet, but I will update you as more information becomes available about that. If you are a senior citizen and you need some help getting set up to get your COVID vaccinations, you can visit getsetup.com. Need help making your COVID vaccination. Again, they're not going to make the appointment for you, but they certainly will give you the help that you need. Also, several resources are available. FEMA, if you remember FEMA, and we talked about this a couple of weeks ago. If you have lost a loved one due to COVID, FEMA is actually giving reimbursements for funeral expenses. You can see the information on the screen. Call them, email them, and file your information so that you can get a reimbursement from FEMA for COVID-19 related funeral expenses. Richland County has opened up their portal to give rental assistance and bill assistance for those folks who need it. It opened last week. We told you about that. You can visit richlandcountysc.gov if you need rental assistance up to 12 months, and then they give you an additional 3 months. They not only help with rental assistance, they're also helping with bills. Along that line, also, the NAACP Housing Assistance Program is still open. They're helping landlords and also folks who own their house and folks that are also renting. SC Legal Services has combined to give you more information about the program that they have. Also, again, you can see that information on the screen. Keep checking out the information that's going to be scrolling on the screen throughout the show. Job information, housing information. Also, we talked about the Black Lives Matter Scholarship Fund. They're giving $1,000 forgivable scholarships to any African American that may need it, and due to the pandemic, they are giving special consideration to transgender single parents and also formerly incorporated. That's for Black Lives Matter. You're watching Coping with COVID, updates on the pandemic and information to help you thrive and survive COVID-19. Once again, don't forget that all of this information, COVID vaccinations, locations, times, dates, will be scrolling on the bottom of the screen throughout the show if you need more information. Hey, Coping with COVID is streaming live on the Tailor Made Productions Facebook page. Would you please go over to Facebook and hit like and follow and share? Not only can you watch Coping with COVID, you can get all of your COVID-related updates. We're also streaming live on YouTube. Want to say hi to all of the folks on YouTube. Please hit that subscribe button, and we would love to hear from you and love for you to subscribe to Coping with COVID. We also have a presence on Twitter and also on Instagram. Now, I want to tell you about a couple of things before we start the interview. Don't forget about this. This is the Dash for Southern Soul cookbook. We're giving it away along with SCDHEC. This is such a great cookbook, easy to read. It's got all of your favorite Southern recipes, but with a healthy twist. If you want it, all you have to do is put your email address in the chat and we will hook you up. That's right. Put your email address in the chat and we will get your mailing address. Don't put your mailing address in there. We want to keep your confidentiality. Put your email address in there, and we will make sure you get a copy of the book and a Coping with COVID mask. Also, Black Man in a White Coat. If you missed this interview with Dr. Damon Tweedy a couple of weeks ago, go back and check it out. He has a fascinating book about his reflections on race and medicine, not only about how he was discriminated against and treated as an African American getting into the medical profession, but also what he observed that Black and brown people and how they're being treated in the medical field. He is going to be the guest speaker at the South Carolina Chronic Disease Symposium. If you register now, you get a complimentary copy of the book. All right. You're watching Coping with COVID, updates on the pandemic, information to help you thrive and survive COVID-19. Hey, don't forget to post and share this information out so we can get the message to the masses. Want to say hey to Rod Branch. He says George Wallace is his favorite comedian, even though he called him a black nerd when he met him in Atlanta a couple of years ago. George Wallace is here for Fun Day Monday. George, thank you again so much for joining us. Did you hear what Rod Branch said? You call him a black nerd.
Apparently, he must be very smart and intelligent, because that's what nerds are, So maybe that was a compliment. I'm sorry I called you a nerd, but
right, to me, being a nerd is not it's not an insult, Rod. I don't know. You could be worse things than a nerd.
He must be extremely smart, because most people I know are dumb, and if I see somebody really smart, it's pretty cool. Pretty cool.
Rod, thank you so much for joining us. So George Wallace is here. He joins us every first Monday of the month. This month, he was gracious enough to change the Monday because I was a bit under the weather last Monday because I had taken my COVID vaccine and I had a couple of mild symptoms, a little headache. I was tired. And Dr. Geneva Stanford with Francis Burns United Methodist Church joins us now to talk about a big event that you guys are going to have at your church. Reverend Stafford, thank you so much for joining us today.
Again, Trey, thank you for having me. Thank you, Dr. Wallace. I can see you. It is good to be here with you on. We just want to spread some kindness in our community. We live in a community where we have a lot of African Americans around the church. And so we wanted to bring the vaccine to the community and to touch as many lives as we can. And so on April the 15th, between the hours of 9 and 1, we will be at the church with the vaccine. It'll be the Johnson & Johnson vaccine. And so we say, come by, get one shot, and go home and rest and take care of yourselves. But we are grateful to God for allowing us to be able to do this and open our hearts, our minds, and our spirit to what's happening in our communities, and just making sure that there's an opportunity for people all around. So there's no pre-registration. All of that information will be done when you come by the church. And so people that don't have access to any kind of social media, any kind of internet, we will be able to take care of them. And so we're really, really excited about this time. We're excited about the community involvement. We're excited about the church involvement and everybody that will glean what they need from this time that we will be sharing with them on April the 15th. And so we invite everybody. It's not for one group of people. Everybody, whosoever will let them come. And so we are proud to say that we are a church in that community that loves to help in any way that we can.
Well, thank you, Reverend Stafford. I just have to say this. You can tell that you're a preacher. I had to ask one question and you just kept, I was trying to get in there to ask another question. I felt like I was playing double dutch. But
she should have started out with, I won't be long. You know?
But no, Reverend Stafford, thank you so much. Thank you so much. Why was it important for Francis Burns to open up this vaccine clinic in the community?
Because we always talk about how we want to reach our community, how we want to do things to help our community. So anytime that we can use our church, our grounds as a resource to help in our community, that's what we are all about. We always want to reach out and do the very best that we can. And so it was important that when this opportunity was given to us, that we take advantage of the opportunity and do just whatever we can.
All right. So as you said, it's this Thursday. Anybody can come. You're doing the J&J. Yes. I got the J&J. George, which have you gotten your vaccine yet, Reverend Stafford?
I got.
Yes. Go ahead, George. Yeah, go ahead, George.
I got both of mine on the same day. I told the doctor, I can't be running back and up and down these streets. Give me both of my shots right now. I got Moderna and I got two. I got Moderna and Pfizer.
Okay, so you even doubly vaccinated?
No, one day they gave me one. They're made from the same basis, the RNA, and so they said get it when you can get it. So I got one on January 16th, one on February 18th.
Wow, that's great. And did you have any side effects, George?
I really don't think they gave me anything. I felt nothing. I felt nothing either time. Nothing.
So you think you got a placebo? They just shot some Kool-Aid or something.
I don't even think I got a placebo because you can feel water. I felt nothing.
Wow. And Reverend Stafford, how did you feel after your vaccination?
Well, the first one I got Pfizer, and so I felt really sluggish and tired and just didn't feel well, but I came through it. And the second time I went back last Tuesday, I was fine, and so there is no complications, anything to complain about. Just ached a little bit, but God is yet good, so.
Right. All right. So Francis Burns is having a vaccination clinic. This is located in Columbia, South Carolina, Farrow Road. As Reverend Stafford says, it's this Thursday from 9 a.m. until 7 p.m. No registration is required.
9 a.m. to 1 p.m.
To 1 p.m. Okay. 9 a.m. to 1 p.m. and people can just stop by. No registration is required, right?
That's right.
All right. Reverend Geneva Stafford with Francis Barron's United Methodist Church, thank you so much for joining us today. And thank you so much for the work that you're doing in the community and for stepping out and I'm making sure the vaccine is available in that Farrow Road community. We appreciate you.
She's not leaving, is she?
Thank you so much.
Are you leaving, Reverend Stafford?
We got to keep the preacher on with us and keep us in line.
I will stay on. I will stay on, definitely.
That's fantastic. Hey, listen to me. Do you know how much fun preachers are? When I was a kid growing up in Georgia, we were afraid of preachers. But the new preachers today, they like to laugh and have fun just like everybody else.
All right, Reverend Stafford, you are more than welcome to stay if you can handle it.
I will.
So George, did you avoid COVID altogether? You didn't get COVID, did you?
No, I didn't. I was doing a show with Jamie Foxx, which is called Daddy Stop Embarrassing Me. And I was the father. I was Jamie Foxx's father. That was the week of March 13th. We shut down last year, and I came to Atlanta. And I'm of age, and I'm all the borderline precondition, existing conditions. I wasn't taking a chance on anything. I said, I'm staying home. I'm not coming back. We're spiking in Los Angeles. Y'all can do what you want to do. And they called the doctors, and all my doctors says, I would stay at home too, because back in the day, you didn't know what was happening. And you still don't know what's happening.
Right.
So I tend to stay at home. Like I told you before, many months ago, I'm trying to stay 6 feet away from myself, so I haven't been anywhere. I've just been taking it easy and trying to stay comfortable and safe. I'm staying home. I'm staying safe. I'm staying woke, and I'm trying to stay Black.
Yeah.
So
well,
that's what I'm doing. I am back in Las Vegas, so I am back in Las Vegas.
I was gonna say that when we talked earlier, and you said 11 a.m. right? I said okay, so he must be out at the West Coast. When did you go back?
Well, after 2 weeks ago tomorrow, I'll be back. I just decided, I was on a plane by myself, and I had my mask and shield and everything on. I said, I'm gonna go. I've had both shots, so I'm cool. And the numbers were much lower in Las Vegas than Atlanta. So I came here. I have a home here, and I haven't been in a year. Why not come back? I came back, and I'm blessed to be here. I'm blessed.
That is great. Well, I want to talk to you about a couple of the projects that you kind of updated us about. But before we do that, I know one of the reasons why, one of the things we talked about as far as you coming back on was to introduce you to some comedians that you didn't know about. So I introduced you to one of my two favorite comedians, which was Nick Lewis. Do you remember when Nick Lewis came on?
I remember him. He was crazy. He was really off.
Yes. Well, here's my other favorite comedian from Charlotte, North Carolina. D.S. Sanders joins us. D.S., thank you so much for coming on today. I appreciate you.
Tre, I just want to thank you. I love being on with you and Reverend Stafford. Thank you for the good deeds that you are doing for the community. And fortunately, I've already had my shot, so I'd show up Thursday. I may just show up Thursday because I know if y'all giving out free shots, it's going to be a cover dish. So I know there's going to be some food. So I may just show up to eat.
You see?
At the church, yeah.
That's the only reason to go to church. That's why he loves to go.
I used to always go every Sunday for the revival. That's when you make sure you show up on Sunday.
That's a lie. He will stop by the church for a funeral because he knows if there's a funeral, there'll be some eating going on.
I have eaten at funerals of people I don't even know. You ain't lying, George. Halfway into it, I realized until the one time I went to a white church, then I said, no, I can't eat. I don't even have no cover. I ain't coming to no more funerals like this.
I know that's right. And plus, you got there late.
You got no repass.
White people funeral only last 15 minutes, so you were late getting there anyway.
That's right. I missed it. You're right. You're right.
So listen, DS and I have known each other, over 20 years. I started in radio in Charlotte, and DS were you starting in comedy the same time?
I started in about 1994, and I've been trying to date Tre ever since then. I even divorced my wife, my wife divorced me, but that's a whole nother story. So, but And Trey's told me no so many times. You know, Reverend, since you on here, you can marry me and Trey right now.
And I can be the best man.
There you go, George. That's right. George is the witness.
Yes.
What's up, Trey?
Oh Lord!
Look. You see that old television sitting behind Trey? I've been trying to date her since that TV was in style.
That's a Sony Trinitron, isn't it? That's a Sony Trinitron.
Yes. This is
RCA. You want me to get my little black wheel?
All right. Just hey, have it handy, Reverend, because we may need it. But I know why Trey still got that big TV. That them big back TVs are heavy. You can't get nobody to move it. That's why it's just gonna stay there.
And I think she got a radio player. That's how old I am.
I have my radios. I collect old radios and old televisions. So
I thought that. Yes.
Okay.
And it's a nice backdrop. Y'all like my backdrop?
When I was growing up, we call it dump. We call it garbage dive. And when you go in the garbage, you know you ain't collecting them things. You people putting that out beside the road, Trey.
Oh Lord, Mitchell Peach Joy Jen says she'll be the matron of honor. Thank you, Mitchell. Thank you. Right. Thanks everybody so much for joining us on Coping with COVID. DS Sanders is here. He is a Charlotte-based comedian. Of course, it's Fun Day Monday with George Wallace, and George has convinced Reverend Geneva Stafford to hang out with us. She is with Francis Burns United Methodist Church, and they're having a vaccine clinic this Thursday. So please make sure you go. It's the Johnson & Johnson one and done vaccine. Now, DS, which vaccine did you get?
I got the Pfizer. And it was and it had no no side effects. You know, I took it here in Charlotte at the Bojangles Arena, and you know they had the nerve not to have any Bojangle biscuits or nothing. You know, that's the only reason I went.
That's not the reason you went. The reason you went because you know Pfizer make Viagra also. You thought you was gonna get some Viagra.
See, I'm not. You since the pastor's on here, I'm not gonna say nothing about that.
I forgot the pastor. I'm sorry. Yeah.
Now, George, I did feel a little boost for a few days though afterwards. I don't know.
Reverend Stafford, don't listen. At any point, you can excuse yourself.
No, she already told us nothing she hasn't heard before. She's a pastor amongst the people right there in Charlotte, and that's a good thing.
Now, DS, what you got in that red cup? In Columbia, what you got in that red cup?
I just got Lipton green tea. But you know, usually a red cup, you know what people have in it. But you know what? Look at George. He got a red cup. That's right.
What's in your red cup?
Well, my red cup is just the orange juice. Normally, only juice I drink is Sunday, but we don't have grape juice anymore. We don't have church. I go to a big church, and we haven't had church in the last year. So now I haven't had grape juice in a long time. Hey, Pastor, is this true? When they had the Last Supper, somebody brought grape juice and Jesus got mad. So who brought this grape juice? I turned water into wine. Who brought the grape juice? And he said, this is the Last Supper.
I do not have an answer for that.
He said, this is the Last Supper. Somebody come up here with some grape juice. The Last Supper we have. That's when it was.
This is the last time we doing it. That's right.
It's the Last
Supper. Trey, I saw where you was doing the announcement about that FEMA was reimbursing people who had folks who passed due. One of my cousins, he was crossing the street to get his COVID test and got hit by a car. So he didn't actually. So that's kind of COVID related. Can we get some of that money back?
That is COVID related.
You know, videos are crazy. I took a photo of that clip you had there because a cousin of mine died, and I said, we can get that $750, whatever it is, you know.
They're giving you $750 per person.
Per person? What? Oh my! So I'm that cousin,
and I think you can get up to $9,000 or something, or $7,000. Put up the Lauren. Can you put that graphic back up? Because I think it's up to $7,000 or $9,000 you can get. You can get.
Did you hear the Reverend just went, wow? Ooh, that's good. The Reverend was going like, she preached some funerals. I know I'm really good.
Yeah. You can get up to $750 per person. Thank you, Lauren. Yeah. You know, but you know what? I didn't know FEMA actually does reimbursements for natural disasters. So they looked at this as a natural disaster. So they're giving folks, $750 reimbursement per person.
Let's get I thought one time I thought you said 7,500, but it's 750, right?
Well, 7,500. We start killing folks. That's Mama, you ain't gonna make it.
He's stupid. He said, Mama, you ain't gonna make it.
It's Fun Day Monday with legendary comedian George Wallace. D.S. Sanders joins us also. D.S. is one of my favorite comedians. Him and Nick Lewis, we kind of came up in the game together. I wasn't in the comedian game. I was in the broadcast game. But they were always two guys that were just out there grinding. And D.S., you actually have gone back on the road because you were on the road this weekend, right?
Yes, right. After I got my shots, I was in St. Petersburg, Florida. I worked with a good friend of George's, Samore, the queen of comedy.
Fantastic.
And I told her I was going to be on the radio with you this Tuesday. She said, "Tell you to be careful and don't be mean to me." So I told her, I said, I'll report back. If you say anything crazy to me, I'm going to report back to Samore.
Well, God bless you, son. God bless you.
We're going to come right back and talk to George more. I want to get an update on that. On and George.
Oh, I'm sorry.
I ain't gonna let nobody.
The preacher was still on.
I ain't gonna let nobody talk about me older than their own mama. I know you ain't saying nothing, Joe.
My mama dead, boy. My mama. Somebody told me the other day my mama's turning over in her grave. I said, she turning over, she can get up. Preacher, we just having fun, preacher. I don't say anything worse than that.
Yes.
And the ASS is in the Bible. So
yeah. And let me tell you something. I'm telling you something, George, and with them old ugly white glasses, you should just let us see the red eye. We'd rather see that.
You see, Pastor, you see how we don't care about each other? We just talk about each other like a dog. That's the friendship comedians have, and we just love each other. And that's what people should do in the church instead of fighting. And that's what America should do. Bring laughter into everything.
Absolutely.
That's
absolutely.
right.
That's exactly
George
right.
Wallace,
Yes.
D.S. Sanders, Reverend
Yes.
Geneva Stafford. Hey, don't forget, Francis Burns United Methodist Church is having a big vaccine clinic this Thursday. They're doing the J&J one and done. Walk-ins are accepted. You don't have to make an appointment. It's from 9 a.m. until 1 p.m. at Francis Burns United Methodist Church in Columbia, South Carolina on Farrow Road. We're going to take a quick break. When we come back, D.S. is going to join us. Reverend Stafford, you're welcome to join us, or if this is too much for you, whatever. Look, any way you bless us, we'll be satisfied. And then we're going to talk to George more about that project he's got coming up with Laverne Cox. I want to get an update on that Norman Lear project and what he's doing out in Vegas. And the last couple of tweets he's had have been interesting. So we're going to talk about that and more coming up next on Coping with COVID. I'm Tre Tailor.
Coping with COVID, updates on the pandemic and information to help you thrive and survive COVID-19. It's brought to you by SCDHEC. Visit scdhec.gov for an updated list of testing and vaccination sites and info to help protect yourself, your family, and friends from the coronavirus. SCDHEC, healthy people, healthy communities. In it together, SC and the South Carolina Diabetes Advisory Council, presenting Wellness Wednesday every Wednesday on Coping with COVID. The City of Columbia Office of Business Opportunities, helping to meet the needs of small, minority, and women-owned businesses in the City of Columbia. Visit columbiasc.net/OBO. Agape Counseling and Training Services. Call 803-779-2777 for licensed professionals of counselors and social workers helping families, engaged and married couples, and individuals of all ages gain an understanding of all aspects of their lives. If you're having a challenge coping with COVID, visit Agape Counseling and Training Services at agapects.com. The Comet Bus System, a fast, fun, friendly transit system that can take you anywhere you want to go in the Midlands. So don't miss your shot. Catch the Comet and get a free ride to get your COVID vaccine. Visit catchthecomet.gov. Javis Tax Services, South Carolina's premier full-service financial provider with over 20 years of experience. Palmetto Media Connections, connecting media and communities together. And Computers Unique, Dutch Square Mall, call. Call Daniel for honest, professional, reliable, and knowledgeable computer sales and service. Coping with COVID from SCDHEC. In it together. The South Carolina Diabetes Advisory Council. The City of Columbia Office of Business Opportunities. Agape Counseling and Training Services. The Comet Bus System. Palmetto Media Connections. Javis Financial Services. And Computers Unique.
Coping with COVID with Tre Tailor.
The Comet gives me a reliable source of transportation.
It's very convenient to me, and they have wonderful drivers.
It's clean and it builds community. It's fun to meet people.
It makes me feel like really independent. It's just fun.
It's always going to be there and it gets me everywhere I need to go.
We try to ride every single day. Comedy is our livelihood.
Need health insurance? Call Javis at 803-419-1001. Javis can get you health insurance premiums as low as $0, plus other low-cost and affordable options. 803-419-1001. Let Javis help you file your taxes. And if you need it, get a cash advance from $500 to $6,000. Javis Tax Services, 803-419-1001. JavisTax.com.
MUSC presents the 2021 SC Virtual Black Expo, Saturday, April 24th. Virtual guest speakers include hip-hop mogul Master P, gospel group sensation The Clark Sisters, financial educator Marcus Benjamin, celebrity stylist Sergio Hudson, and singer-songwriter Raheem Devon. Participate in a fitness session with Coach Nadia, a Jack Daniels cooking demo with Chef Monica, and a panel discussion with Black Food Friday creator KJ Kearney. For exhibitor booths and more information, visit our website.
The doctor, a living legend.
Hello, this is Julius Dr. J. Irvin. One thing I have in common with some of the other Hall of Famers, we were never afraid to take the big shot.
West throws it up.
And today is no different.
Good.
I'm getting vaccinated for my family, friends, and community. Let's do this together. For more information on the vaccine, visit cdc.gov.
You're watching Coping with COVID, updates on the pandemic and information to help you thrive and survive COVID-19. Hey, how you doing? I'm Tre Tailor. Hey, want to remind you to post and share this information out so we can get the message to the masses. It's Fun Day Friday. It's Monday. Fun Day Monday. It's not Friday. It's Fun Day Monday with George Wallace. He joins us every first Monday of the month. Now, are you saying, Tre, this is not the first Monday? Well, last week, I just got my vaccine and I was a little under the weather, a little tired, and a little headachy, and George agreed to change the date to this date. So we're so glad to have him on. George Wallace joins us once again today on Fun Day Monday. With his red cup.
There's a red cup around you somewhere. The way you read that copy, there's a red cup somewhere. You are hiding it, and DS is right.
I have 4 glasses. This is one cup. This is one cup.
Yeah, that's the same thing.
Let me tell you, this is the other one.
Yeah.
And look, this is the other one.
I knew something. That last one.
It's nothing in it. It's nothing.
I know it's nothing in it. That's what we're talking about.
Communion.
In Jesus' name we pray.
In
Amen.
Jesus' name we pray. Amen.
Well, I'm glad the preacher was here because she was really, really good. I love preachers, you know. My bishop, Bishop Charles E. Blake, we got a new bishop now, but I just love hanging out with preachers because they know how to make money. They make more money than we do. Most of their names are synonymous with money, like TD Jakes. TD stands for top dollar. You know, down in Atlanta, we got Kept Your Dollar. The preacher that just died, Fred Price, he died.
Wow.
Yes, yeah. Most of their names are associated with money. Mm-hmm.
That's interesting.
So that's why I hang out with preachers, yeah.
Mm-hmm. Speaking of Reverend Stafford, she is with Francis Burns United Methodist Church. They're doing a vaccine clinic.
Oh, she's still here?
Oh, I didn't know she was still here myself. I thought she was gone. They've got a vaccine clinic going on this Thursday from 9 until 1 at Francis Burns United Methodist Church. So please stop by and feel free to join her. Reverend Stafford, thank you again so much for joining us. We appreciate it. Thanks. And again, good luck to you. God bless. And please feel free to come back on anytime you guys have something going on. Thank you. Thank you. D.S. Sanders is with us also, one of my favorite comedians in the whole wide world.
Yeah, put his punk ass back on there. She gone now.
That's right. That's right. That's
Put his
right.
punk ass back on there. She gone now. Let me tell you.
That's right. That's right, George. That's right. You talk. You know what they say. I gotta respect my elders, so I'm gonna respect my elders. George is the only comedian I know that I can call OG. You know, that's what the young dudes call me, an unk. So he a unk. So I can't talk junk about an unk.
Well, that's OG is old George. OG is old George. So, there you go. Well, it's an honor to meet you. I don't think we met personally before, but you got that.
I think we did. We met. We've met. We did a show together. You guys actually came to. You were doing a show in Charlotte with some more. I think one of your tours.
At Evans Auditorium.
At Evans Auditorium. I actually came on and I was opening spot.
You the one that
No, that was never. No, that was not me. But George did tell me. You know, I got a new suit. And he told me he thought I was a civil rights attorney, so I was kind of mad. And I almost fought him that day. They had to pull me back that day. He said, "That's a nice suit if you was a civil rights attorney." I said, "I appreciate that, George."
Oh, funeral director, one of the two.
hey, now you talk about making money. Them dudes make money right there.
Well, especially right now during COVID. Right now during COVID, they make a buku money.
And don't let them find out they can get an extra $750. They're gonna put that on. They're gonna put the FEMA charge on it. That's right. They're gonna put the FEMA extra charge.
If somebody in your family dies, never show them your insurance policy because they'll try to get all of it. Just tell them we're taking it, okay?
That's exactly right. That's exactly right.
Wow.
Also, Trey, now.
Go ahead.
No, go ahead, George. Go ahead.
You go ahead. You're the boy. You're the young man. You got all the jokes. Go ahead.
I don't have no jokes, but I was going to say that I was wanting to look into getting that healthy cookbook. You know, you said to cook all is Southern, but it can't have no macaroni and. But it can't have macaroni and cheese because there ain't no way to cook healthy macaroni and cheese and it be any good.
Let me see if it's got macaroni and cheese.
Oh, that's corn. That's corn and tomatoes and something at the bottom. Celery.
Yeah.
That.
Well, you can baked macaroni and cheese. Look, it said low-fat milk.
Mm-hmm. Already sound bad.
Low-fat sharp cheddar cheese.
Oh yeah. That's right. And
cheddar cheese.
And an egg substitute.
The egg substitute. Oh yeah. I know, but I don't want to talk about it. I'm sure the people who wrote the book are listening, so I don't want to talk about it. But you better put some salt in there.
I know you got and some hot sauce too.
A dash of cayenne pepper, ground black pepper. Yeah, paprika, which is always good.
All right. Well, I'll tell you what, you make it for our next.
You can't taste paprika. It's just red stuff. You can't taste it.
But I bet you won't eat no potato salad unless it got some paprika on top of it.
Wait a second. I will eat potato salad if it's real. Like we got a grocery store called Publix. You ever heard of that?
Yeah.
They got a potato salad now. I will eat it with. This morning for breakfast, I had a hot dog and potato salad. I love me some potato salad.
I love potato salad too.
Wait a minute. I thought you was on this diet. You just came on first talking about how all the healthy eating and then just told on yourself right there.
I want to tell the preacher so bad. I am so blessed. God has blessed me to do what all I do is lie. I just make up shit. That's what I wanted to tell her. I just lie. I got the greatest job in the world. I just like, what did I tell her lady this morning? I was on a diet. The preacher? Yes.
You told all of us that. You told us all that you want to die.
I will lie in a minute. I'm not lying. And I'm hungry right now. I'm ready to go get some for lunch. I don't know what I'm going to get, but it's going to be fattening. I know that.
That's exactly right.
So I know you got to leave, DS. Are you okay? You get.
I am okay.
He was lying.
I got a golf tee time.
You play golf?
I'm a golfer, George. That's right. I play. Do you play?
So you're gonna love my new Tiger Woods joke. How many accidents has Tiger Woods had? 4. See, Trey, that's for us golfers, right? And we can't let him. Hey, listen to me. We can't let. What show is this? Is this a PS show, PG show?
If it was, it's not anymore.
Okay, because Tiger Woods, he has this brand new car. It's a Genesis, and it's the first time they had a black box in a car. And you know, Tiger Woods ain't never seen no black box. Now let me tell you something else. So the box tells all the information. So the box said he was doing 85. See how quick I got off that joke?
Yeah.
The box said he was doing 85 miles an hour. He ain't never seen no black box before.
Yeah, no, he don't deal with too many black boxes.
So that's half of the joke. He DS knows where I'm going, but that's half of the joke, you know.
Oh yeah,
I know where you're going too with the black box.
So Trey, so again, I'm right here on Broad. Are we gonna last do this?
What you want to do, DS? Hush your mouth. What you want to do? You don't want to do nothing. Boy.
See how she try to throw it off on me, George. I've been begging her for years. She throw it off on me. You ain't serious. I said I only joke on the stage, Trey.
Trey, he's after you. He loved that smile you have.
Not.
So you know,
He not. George, after 20 years, you think? Come on, George. Come on. You know, people tell you
27 years we've been friends, Trey. 27. See? 27 years, exactly.
Isn't that wonderful? So you've been doing comedy for 27 years. Aren't you blessed to be able
27 years.
To do something you love? And you lie to you just go on stage and just have fun. Isn't that a blessing?
That's right. That's what I say. I'm going I lie for a living.
Yes, exactly.
Look, this is my son with the eyes. He said, he's like,
Oh, that's your son? Hey, step baby. Hey, step. Yeah, I remember him. Hey, stepson.
Wait a minute. Now you told me I was the daddy. What's going on up in here?
Hey, sometimes you got to be nice to the kids. So you got to be he been cute on my mom. Okay.
I'm gonna step back and let you.
No, buddy, your mom is first class. Love her all for a long time, and her and your aunt, right? Barbara is your aunt.
Barbara Taylor.
Barbara Taylor.
What's my cousin?
That's right. She used to be on. Her cousin used to be on the Big DM. She was the
Taylor
bomb.
Made.
Taylor Made. That's exactly right. Love Barbara Taylor. That's right.
Yeah, she's a legend. She's legendary.
She is the bomb. She is incredible. Used to love to listen to her on the radio. And they also had another guy on the radio, George, they call him Cadillac Daddy. That was his radio on air name. I was like, and he drove a electric 225. So I was like, I don't know if that goes together. So you need to get a Cadillac.
He can afford the Cadillac, so yeah. Electric 225, that big old Buick, they were the same
That
car.
big old Buick.
Yeah.
Exactly.
So how is your golf game?
He can't play golf.
Well, I'm not going to talk about it. I have good days, so hopefully today is going to be a good day, but I have fun every time.
Yeah. All right. Well,
my preacher, last thing, my preacher said that he was going to take up golf. I told him, I said, Pastor, don't take up golf. He just started playing. I said, don't play golf. He said, why not? I said, because golf will make you cuss. He said, you sure right. He said, I've been cussing since I've been playing golf. Golf will make you curse.
What church do you go to? What church do you go to?
Sandy Run Baptist Church in Jefferson, South Carolina.
Wow. Sandy Run. That sounds like an old school church, don't it, George?
That's right. I don't go to them big churches like that. When they have 7, 8 services. I can't know. I go to the little church. Me and my pastor. When he talking about somebody doing wrong, I know exactly who he's talking about. He's talking about me.
All right. DS, thank you so much for joining us.
Hey, thank you, George. Good seeing you again, brother. Hey, I've admired you for years, and keep doing your thing. Keep doing your thing.
Stay on my ass, man. Stay on my ass. I love it when they come and talk to me. They mean they appreciate me like that. I love that. Thank you so much. Okay.
Hey, thank you, George.
DS Rod Brandt says he's been to Jefferson to go fishing. Do they have good fishing in Jefferson?
Hey, we got. That means he fishes at ponds because that's all we got is ponds.
That's a small town. They got ponds and the church. That's and a chicken place. That's all they got. And a Bojangles. That's all.
And one stoplight. One stoplight. That's exactly what we got. One stoplight.
All right.
You guys take care.
Thank you, darling. I appreciate you so much. Love you, Mom. George, he said that he had some good mama jokes. I thought he was going to give you do a couple of mama jokes.
He did. He was fantastic. I love to hear young comedians.
Yeah, he's great. He's great. I love DS. He's been a good friend for years and years. He's out there doing his thing. So we're appreciative. Listen, let's talk about this. You were telling me about this project with Laverne Cox and the legendary Norman Lear, Clean Slate. What's going on with that?
Well, this is a new TV show. Script? This is the first script, yeah. Excuse me, I came up with an idea. Everybody's rebooting everything, so I wanted to reboot Sanford and Son. So I went to him, and he and I have been friends for 40 years. I was on one of his TV shows many years ago. I was going to be a neighbor to the Bunkers and All in the Family. So I went to him. I said, now let's go to work. He says, come on in. He's 98 years old, right? He was 97. Wow. And so I said, I want to reboot. He said, no, you're not going to reboot Sanford and Son. You do you. And so I went back and I was talking to a friend about Norman wants me to do a show. And he's going to work with me. That's all you need is his approval already, right? Mm-hmm. So my friend I was talking to help me write my first book, he has 2 kids, twin kids, and one of the kids is transgender already. I don't know whether transgendered, but he identifies as a girl. One boy, one girl, and he identifies as a boy, as a girl. So I said to Dad, well, no matter what, you still got to love the kid no matter what. And we all agreed to that. And then a thought went through my head, what if I had a son that left home like most of us do and went away, left as a son, but he came back as a daughter? And that's what the ideas start coming together. And I said, hey, what if we get Laverne Cox? And she loved the idea. And that's what we're doing. And I'm an old man down in Mobile, Alabama. As a black father, you raise the kid and put food on the table. That's all you do. You don't know what the kid is doing.
That's right.
And he went to New York City to do his thing and came back and knocked on the door. And his dad, it's me. Me who? He says, it's Edwin. He had changed his name to Desiree. And Desiree who? Are you Edwin's daughter? Edwin's wife? You're real pretty, but who are you? It's me, Dad. It's me. So all that. Then I even took it to the black church, and the people in the church going, I didn't know Henry had a daughter.
Right.
I didn't either. So everybody has to be educated. America's going to be educated. I'm going to be educated. We're all going to go together and let love trump. You know, a lot of kids left home, not necessarily for the transgender. A lot of people left home for child abuse. Some people left home for drugs. But there's reason that you have to come back together with love and let love trump all. So.
Yeah, that's going to be good. So you've got that first script in your hand. When do you think you'll be able to shoot?
We hope to shoot around September. You know, when you get these shows, it takes a year, sometimes up to 2 years to make them come to fruition. So we hope to start shooting. I think I'm going to shoot it in Atlanta. Since that's home.
That'll be good. That'll be good.
And she's from the South also. And every time, you know, it gets little things like as the show grows and grows, we all learn. Every time I call him, I call her him, I have to put $1 in the jar. So we have a $1 jar. So eventually the jar starts to go down. The more I get to know her, the more she gets to know me, and it's going to come together. We're going to be dealing with the church and the community. You know? Yeah,
that's good stuff. That's good stuff. We can't wait to check it out. You're going to be right here in Atlanta. I'm right here. So look, if you need, I don't even know what you need. You might need.
I thought you were in South Carolina, but that's close to me.
Right? Yeah, it's close. Yeah, Georgia is nowhere from a couple of hours.
You know, people in the South, they just lie. That's one thing about people in Birmingham. Yeah, just a couple hours away from Atlanta. Everything is a couple of Savannah. Just a couple of Jacksonville, Florida. Just a couple hours away.
It is. Couple 10.
You couple 10, sure. What kind of quarter? You know.
Listen, you are very active on social media. This is something that you just tweeted about, this voting rights thing in Georgia. Speaking of Georgia, what you think about that?
That was so bad. This law is so bad and so terrible. I'm sure the court is going to throw it out. But can you imagine? That's nothing but voter suppression.
Yeah. How can that be against the law to bring somebody in line of water? That's just.
And that's what that tweet was about. I bring the people all the water I want to bring. I bring all kinds of water. I don't care. You know, I'll be like a mother fetching flight of mineral water. You know, spring water, salt water, smart water, all kind of water, muddy water, every kind of water. And what I decided to do, if they do lock me up, I'm gonna go the night before and I'm gonna hide all the water in the bushes and some sweet tea too. So you have some tea in there. Bring your own straw. So
BYOS.
But that's ridiculous, and I hate to go. Today we're still going through Jim Crow and the stupid governor. And today, even in the news today, bad news again. Every week we have to say again, we got to do something. You got the guns last week. Now we had another shooting in Minneapolis yesterday, which is terrible. And you look at that and you go like, when is it gonna stop? And it's always by mistake. Yesterday was by mistake to kill a guy. They thought they were using a stun gun, but it was a real gun. He knew what gun he had. And it's always on us. And I'm sick and tired of it. And sometimes I'm not so nice when I start thinking of what happens to us. It's always us. Why always us? Why we got to get on the ground?
Right.
Why we always got to get on the ground? Look at this. Did you see the tape of the guy?
I was going to say, the serviceman. You're talking about the guy? Yeah. And he said, I am scared. I am scared. And he's in full regalia. Why? He was not resisting. Why pepper spray him?
Thank God he drove to a lighted spot at the gas station.
Right. And that's what he said. That's why he said he did not stop when it was dark. He wanted to go to it, which is what they tell you.
And they still beat him down. They tell you to go to a safe place, right? And they still beat him down, kicked him in the neck. But you know what? I hope he's going to get paid.
Well, the guy got fired. The police, the officer got fired.
He got fired, but he's going to go somewhere else and get a job down in Florida, Alabama, one of those crazy cities. But it's just terrible. It's got to stop, and we got to start working on it. That's why we got to vote.
Yeah,
voting changes all that. Look at this. This is really nice right here.
Yeah, you posted this yesterday. Yeah,
and tell them what we said.
Yeah, we said Black Lives Matter. We never said only Black Lives Matter. We know all lives matter. We just need your help with Black Lives Matter. Yeah, that's the
all
thing.
We're saying. We're not saying anybody's life is better than others, but we just need help with you helping us contend with.
Make sure everybody knows that our lives matter also.
Also, exactly. And
our lives matter also.
And you should see the trial. I don't know whether you're watching the trial or not. Some people are not watching the trial because
you know what, George? I watched a little bit, and then I just can't. I couldn't. I watched a little bit of it.
You already saw what you need to see. Trust your eyes. And so you got the lawyer up there trying to say he died of today was good though. Today was good. They had an expert doctor, cardiologist there that studies the heart, everything. That he died from the knee.
Right. Well, they've had some great, I'll tell you, they have put on some great witnesses. Yeah. From the paramedics to the different physicians to the guys saying that Chauvin was in the classes that supposedly showed him how to handle people in custody correctly. I saw a couple of days with that. So,
but the
they got to do
something. They're trying to just create one reasonable doubt that one person, and that one person could be there for hung jury. That one person could be there. I hope not, but they could have that one person because there's some crazy people out there.
Oh, you're right. George Wallace, this is the last tweet that this was today. I think today. Oh, so I love this. Shout out to the top 5 trees in the world: Christmas trees, giving trees, Dollar Tree.
Dollar Tree, yeah.
Apple doesn't fall from the tree.
And
barking up the wrong
tree. How about that? You barking up the wrong tree. Now it's not the tree, but you barking. That's the problem. Why are you barking? You're a person. Why are you barking? But see, I can't wait today to get to the replies. That's what's really funny, the replies. And they're here in my phone. I should take a look. And I've been so busy trying to get online today. But I'm happy to be with you today. I don't even know what time it is.
It is.
Oh my God, it's time to go home, isn't it?
It's time to go. George, as always, thank you so much. So what are you doing in Vegas? You decided to go back to Vegas. How long are you going to be there?
I live here. I have a place here.
Well, I know you live here, but you live in Atlanta too. You're bi-coastal.
And I live in New York too.
You're tri-coastal. You're a tri.
I live in Los Angeles too.
You're quad tri.
You're quad, exactly. And so I'm here because I wanted to come back home. I've been away for a year. And I came back to dust and water my plants.
Well, if you hadn't been there in a year.
I took the dust off the floor and put it in the plants. But yeah, I'm here. And I still have a residency here. I'm at the Westgate. My name is still on the marquee out there. I'm not there, but my name is on the marquee. But it's just good to come back home. And it's very nice out here today. It's, in Las Vegas in the desert. It's 87. It's cool. You still wear a jacket. You still wear a jacket out here at 80,
Yeah.
So in the summer, it's 115 at midnight. But I came back to Las Vegas. I love it. I'm so blessed. And I'm blessed to know you, blessed to be on with you today. I want to thank you for having me again. Yes.
Oh, thank you so much. My son is out there. He's saying that he works in one of those casinos. I don't know, but I'm gonna come visit you. Am I invited?
Hold the hell on right now. I know that picture gone, right? I know damn well you ain't got no son old enough to be working in no casino. You ain't got that. You just a baby boy in the corner right there. You ain't got no. You got a son, a kid over 15? Oh my God.
Yeah.
Trey, apparently I don't know who you are. Okay? You got a son working at the casino?
Oh, he does something. I don't know. He said, we would love to see it. Hope to see you soon. It's got today for me. Oh, I don't know what he's saying. I don't know where he works. I guess he works in the casino.
It doesn't matter where he works, but when you come to Las Vegas, you and he'll be guest at my show. Okay.
Thank you.
And Ron Bradstreet,
when are you going to start back? When are you going to start back?
I'm not sure yet. I have the TV show got to start around September, and I don't want to be first. Some shows are opening up right now. Trey, I don't want to be the first. I don't want to open too soon. I don't want these groups, and I'm very cautious myself. So I got masks everywhere. I got masks. I got
because
glasses,
with the variants, because the variants are coming out, and it's not over.
And it's starting to spike again too. It's starting to spike a little bit too. So I'm going to take it easy and be careful because that's my job is to take it easy. I don't need to go out there and work for money or anything like that. I need to take care of George Wallace.
Yeah. Absolutely. Well, listen, you take care. Thank you again so much for joining us today. As always, Fun Day Monday with George Wallace. If you are in Vegas, my son says he's at an MGM property.
Okay. I tell him I'm over at the Westgate over there, Elvis's old hotel.
Oh, at
Elvis. And Bill Cosby. I don't touch nobody over there. Trust me. I don't touch nobody. Those two devils, right?
He says, Rod Branch, the one who you called a nerd, he said, you treated him and his wife, I guess, to food and drinks. He said, you're a class act.
Oh, well, thank you so much. And God bless you. Come back again. You're going to treat me this time.
Right. The treat's on you now, Rod.
Yeah, right.
All right. George Wallace, Fun Day Monday. Thank you again so much, George, for joining us. Be careful out there. Be safe. And we appreciate you so much. Thank you, sir.
I love you. There's absolutely nothing you can do about it. I'll add it to that because my love for you does not require your permission. I'm George Wallace. Y'all have a good day now.
Thank you, George. Thank you, George. Hey, don't forget that to continue to post and share this information out so we can get the message to the masses. Don't forget about the Dash for a Good Health Southern Style Cookbook. It is amazing. Great Southern recipes with a healthy twist. All you have to do is put your email address in the chat and we will hook you up with it. And don't forget to register to check out Dr. Jamin Tweedy, Black Man in a White Coat. Fascinating book. He's going to be the speaker at the South Carolina Chronic Disease Symposium. Log on to the website and you will get a complimentary copy of the book. Coming up Wednesday, on Wellness Wednesday, In It Together SC and the Diabetes Advisory Council of South Carolina present Wellness Wednesday every Wednesday here on Coping with COVID, Minority Health Month. We'll be talking to a panel of experts about that. And if you or someone you know has some questions about the unemployment for the Department of Employment and Workforce, well, the executive officer, Jamie Suber, is going to join us. That's Thursday on Coping with COVID. And then we'll talk to Dr. Nicole Edwards. She's a regular here on Coping with COVID, and she's going to share with us her extreme weight loss journey. That's Friday, Faith Friday, right here on Coping with COVID. Listen, if you have a product or service that can help someone cope with COVID, please email copingwithtreitailor@gmail.com. We would love for you to be a proud sponsor of Coping with COVID, just like all of our sponsors, SCDHEC, In It Together SC, the South Carolina City of Columbia Office of Business Opportunities, Agape Counseling and Training Center, Javis Tax Services, also Palmetto Media Connections, The Comet, and Computers Unique Dutch Square Mall. If you have a story or initiative that could help someone cope with COVID, please go to the Tailor Made Production page on Facebook and inbox me. I would love for you to be a guest on Coping with COVID. As usual, I leave you. I'm going back to Jesus Calling today, guys. I'm going to read this Jesus Calling for today. This is April the 12th, and it says, trusting me, this is what Jesus says, is a moment-by-moment choice. My people have not always understood this truth. After I performed miracles, Jesus said, in the wilderness, my chosen children trusted me intensely, but only temporarily. Soon the grumbling began, testing my patience to the utmost. Isn't it often the same way with you? You trust me when things go well, when you see me working on your behalf. This type of trust flows readily within you, requiring no exertion of your will. When things go wrong, your trust flow slows down and solidifies. You are forced to choose between trusting me intentionally or rebelling, resenting my ways with you. This choice constitutes a fork in the road. Stay on the path of life with me, enjoying my presence. Choose to trust me in all circumstances. That's a good one. That's your Jesus Calling for today. Monday, April 12th. I'm Tre Tailor. Until the next time, I wish you peace, abundant blessings. Stay safe, be well, get your vaccine, and wear your mask over your nose and under your chin. See you guys.
Coping with COVID with Tre Tailor. Updates on the pandemic and information to help you thrive and survive COVID-19. Brought to you by SCDHEC. Visit scdhec.gov for testing and vaccination sites. SCDHEC. Healthy people, healthy communities. In it together, SC and the South Carolina Diabetes Advisory Council presenting Wellness Wednesday every week on Coping with COVID. The City of Columbia Office of Business Opportunities, helping to meet the needs of small, minority, and women-owned businesses in the City of Columbia. Agape Counseling and Training Services. If you're having a challenge coping with COVID, visit Agape Counseling and Training Services at agapects.com. The Comet Bus System, offering free rides to get your COVID vaccine. Don't miss your shot. Visit catchthecomet.gov. Javis Financial Services, with over 20 years of experience. Computers Unique, Dutch Square Mall. Honest, professional, reliable computer sales and service. Palmetto Media Connections, connecting media and communities together. Coping with COVID from SCDHEC. In it together, SC, the South Carolina Diabetes Advisory Council, the City of Columbia Office of Business Opportunities, Agape Counseling and Training Services, the Comet Bus System, Javis Financial Services, Computers Unique, and Palmetto Media Connections.
Coping with COVID with Tre Tailor.